Mm, yeah. Mm, mm, yeah. Lights down, press play, let the story unfold. Every scene got a lesson, every secret gets told. Love on the screen, truth in the room, different perspectives. Now watch it bloom.
Disclaimer: this broadcast is intended for commentary, discussion, and entertainment purposes only. All topics and statements are based on publicly available information, including news reports, social media content, and third-party sources, which may include allegations or unverified claims. The views expressed are opinions and should not be interpreted as confirmed facts. This content is not intended to harm, defame, misrepresent any individual, organization, or entity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Mm, yeah. Mm, yeah. Lights down, press play, let the story unfold. Every scene got a lesson, every secret gets told. Love on the screen, truth in the room, different perspectives. Now watch it bloom. Playback perspectives, see it different, that's the message. One rewind can change the question. One new view can change the ending. Playback perspectives. No script, no filter, just reflection. Your favorite moments hit different when you see them through our lenses. Yeah. Rain brings grace with a mother's eyes, reading every move behind every disguise. Souls walks in with a soldier's mind, looking for the patterns everybody leaves behind. One sees healing, one sees choice, different roads, but a common voice. From heartbreaks, weddings, twists, and tears, we're calling what we see, no fear. Pause that scene, did you catch that clue? Was it love or a different truth? Everybody watching, everybody got a side, but we're pulling back the curtain for the deeper ride. Playback perspectives. Every episode's a conversation. Netflix nights become revelations. Love and life need observation.
Welcome in, everybody, to Playback and Perspectives. I am Rain, and I got Souls here with me. And if y'all don't know, last week we broke down episodes 1 through 3 of the Polygamist, and this week we're going to be breaking down episodes 4 through 6. So if y'all have not already watched it, it's over on Netflix. Please go watch it. And if you haven't already caught 4 through 6, press the pause button because there's going to be some spoilers. There's going to be some spoilers. So make sure, or if you want the spoilers first and they give your perspective as you watch, then, that's different too. So make sure you hit pause if you don't want it and come back next week. And then we'll break down episodes. We'll do 7, 8, 9 next week, or maybe more. We'll see. So, Souls, give me your perspective on just a little rundown on these first 3 episodes, or these four, 5, and 6.
Well, when I think about 4, 5, and 6, I think it's been very good, very, very good. I think you're starting to see the area that the kids play a little bit more in now. You're gonna start seeing more of what I talked about on first episode about Joyce not really being a good sport. I
Okay.
think that's been her biggest downfall, which we'll talk a little bit more inside. Um,
Yeah.
and then also the manipulation that he starts to play now.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of manipulation. We
We'll
talked
get
about it
into
a little bit in the first episode. Him
that.
taking her on the, to the falls, and they do their
Mm-hmm.
little exploration, and she has a scare in episode 6. So it's a lot there.
Yeah, we gonna dive deep into all that tonight. So if y'all in here, we see y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Of course, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment sections and let us know where you're watching from at least, or let us know what your perspective is when it comes to the Polygamist on Netflix. So first, we're gonna get into the playback where we're going to recap just what happened in those 3 episodes that we're gonna cover tonight.
Playback perspectives. See it different, that's the message. One rewind.
So episode 3. I'm gonna go take it back to episode 3 because that leads into episode 4. So in episode 3, at the very end, after the vow renewal ceremony that's celebrating their 20th year, Jonas, he seemed to have a change of heart, right?
Yep.
So even though, and then when they got home, he took her home, and even when they got home and Joyce signed the divorce papers, even though she did all that, he was still like processing that he had a change of heart. And I'll tell you one thing that I noticed about. No, we'll get into that when we do the character verdicts. What I noticed
Okay.
about Jonas as a woman,
Okay.
on a woman's perspective. So moving in, that was the end of episode 3. So moving on into episode 4, in the return is where the kids, I think they were confused. They was like, "Hey, what's really going on?" You know, we got a bunch of that, and that's in episode 4 too. I think that's where we see more of Jonah's manipulation that was going on,
Yeah.
and because his he had been gone for a whole year, so his children really didn't know why he was coming back, and Joyce was trying to figure out, should I let him back or not in episode 4, and then she went to her sister-in-law and asked for advice. And I liked the advice that the sister-in-law gave, and we'll get into
What?
that.
Oh, okay. I'll say what you. Okay. Cool.
Well,
Cool.
no, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you what you liked about it, but I will wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
No,
I got.
we can go ahead and talk about it. Bring a man peace. If you gonna stay behind the infidelity, let him do it in peace. Let him do it in peace. I mean, and she did say that all men have some form of kind of infidelity going on. I didn't agree with that part, but I'm just saying that, you know, um, pretty much to accept what it is.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're gonna stay, accept what it is. Bring him his peace. Let him do it in peace, and don't, I guess, worry so much about it. You know, and I think too. I think we always talk about um, tolerance. We see a lot of tolerance in Joyce as well. Um, yeah. So that was episode 4, and then in episode 5, um, Matip, Matiba.
Matipa. Yeah.
That's when she got fired. No, is
Yeah,
that when she
yeah,
got
yeah.
fired?
You tracking this? Where you tracking? Yeah. So in episode 5, so you got to think about it. So episode
Mhm.
4, I think.
Yeah.
So are we doing a playback right now?
Yeah, we're doing the playback.
So episode
Did I
4,
miss something in episode 4 that was real? That was
we
like,
missed some very vital points, right?
okay,
Because on
all right.
episode 4,
Mm-hmm.
Joyce is sitting out at the pool.
Yeah.
Matipa comes over to the house,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
yelling, blah blah blah. Right.
Yeah.
At that point, Jonas doesn't come into the house, but his brother does. And his brother tells her, you need to leave and leave now.
Yeah.
Right. But then when she leaves, the daughter comes down from upstairs.
That's
And
where.
the and the daughter starts to ask questions like why?
Mm-hmm.
And Matipa is so blinded by what she thinks she has that she now thinks the daughter is trying to protect the mother, but the daughter asks some very serious questions.
She did,
Like,
yeah.
she was like, "Why are you messing with him? Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you not see how stupid he's making both of y'all look?" Like,
Yeah.
she was trying, like, even at her age, right? She's already
Mhm.
like, okay, my father's manipulating both of you, but you're not even letting the wife be the wife, and you're coming over here. Why are you doing it? She kept asking her
Yeah.
why, but she was such in fury. She was so furious that she started like judging the daughter instead of really hearing what the daughter had to say.
Did you notice how everyone around Jonas though too? They was not excited about him coming home. They
Oh
were not
yeah.
relieved about him coming home. It was almost like everybody's like waiting on like the next problem or waiting on the next time he's gonna leave. Even the daughter said that though too. You
Yeah.
know. So moving into episode 5, it shifts away from the romance. Hey Jen, and it starts focusing on power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she realized that her financial outcome wasn't expected whenever she tried to do that, um, that settlement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she began looking for opportunities elsewhere. So she's trying to get her get back
With a pastor.
with the pastor. What seems so odd about, well, not odd, but Matiba, she seems to be okay with being number two because the men she have always seeked out, she's been number two and never number one.
Because I think this is the most dangerous thing about life, right?
Hmm.
Once you put yourself into an experiment where you benefit,
Hmm.
you now try to duplicate that. You see what I mean? Like,
Mm.
she went into a relationship with a married man and she was winning. Like, she was winning. She got the job promotion she wanted. She was making great money. Jonas got her own home. Like,
Mhm.
she was winning, right? And then even at that point, Jonas was choosing her. The first 3 episodes, Jonas choosing her over his wife. So at every turn, she feels like she's winning.
So
And
now
then
she's.
and then all of a sudden it feel like, hey man, why did you take this from under my feet?
Mhm.
But then it shows you how she was so afraid to lose what she had, she didn't go through with it because she was. Remember, the brother was there, and she was like, "You."
Mhm.
He said, "You really think you're worth 3.5 million?
Right.
Like, we will destroy you." But
Mhm.
technically, she has the power.
Mm.
She even said it at first, right? She was like, "No, I'll tear this company down. I'll tell all the secrets."
Right.
And
Yeah.
then the brother, like, almost like slapped her into reality to a certain extent. But this is why I tell people, you could tell when someone's really over a person. When you're really over a person, you're not impacted by all the other exterior things that you think you're going to lose.
Mm.
She decided not to go through with it because she was afraid of what she thought she was going to lose instead of stopping someone who had hurt her. If she would
Yeah.
have just went ahead and went through with it, regardless of how it would have made you look.
Mhm.
And you got to think about it, would she really have looked bad? Because the wife introduced the monogamy relationship, the polygamy relationship to her husband. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Joyce introduced this, not him asking for it. So technically she has all the power, but she's so like upset and so angry she's not thinking correctly. She could have actually shifted that whole narrative at that point.
Did episode 5 change how you viewed her, Matipa?
No,
Or do you think it was bound to come out, like the revenge or
I
the
I,
resentment to get back?
I felt that was always her because she was an opportunist, kind of what we talked about last night, right? She was an opportunist, um, and when you're an opportunist, you eventually something's gonna come out of it. You know what I mean? Like, she was an opportunist, knowing what she was trying to get. She got what she wanted, but then Jonas kind of sold her another dream alongside of it.
Mm. You think she was really chasing love at any time, or was it only like stability?
Man, I
'Cause
think
I
women,
mean, we know she's an opportunist.
I think sometimes women do. I think she probably was seeking love because of the acceptance she felt like she was getting. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, she got to think about it. She chose to leave the brother who was, well, I can't tell you the show. She chose, well, you should pick up on it now.
Yeah.
Well, you probably won't, but you should pick up on the brother.
Mhm. Tell it. Just go ahead, tell it. It's fine. Go ahead.
Because the brother is, I can't, because you got to see it.
Why?
You can't, it's way down the line. I don't think you got there yet.
Oh man. I kind of got a glimpse of how Jonas passed when I was reading an article the other day. I'm kind of mad about that because I was like, man, wait a minute.
Yeah, you got to see it. Like, it's a lot to the storyline. Like,
Yeah.
but you don't even pick up on it because there's so much drama going on.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But episode 5 was a great episode too, because at that point you really got to see Joyce was in denial too.
Oh yeah.
Joyce went right back to it, just choosing Jonas. Like,
But did you see she was choosing him, but did you see the doubt that always stayed in front of that though?
but was it really doubt or fear?
Mm, that's a good question.
You see what I mean? Like, was it? I don't.
Was it?
I don't think she ever doubted that he was going to continue doing the things he was doing. I think she was
Mhm.
in fear of it.
Mm,
Like, she knew what she was accepting, right? When he got behind her and they was in those
yeah.
white
Oh, I
robes
love
and
He
he
said, "I love
kissing
you
on
so
her
many
neck.
times."
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I love you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And she's like,
dang.
no, and she was like, no, I heard that before, but she
Yeah.
heard it before, but
Mhm.
it still didn't stop her from letting him go down. And now she getting turned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it was the fear. I don't think she had doubt. I think she already knew the man that she was now married to.
Mm,
I think it wasn't doubt anymore. She
yeah.
feared that I'm never going to be enough for him.
Mm.
When you know a person, you know a person. I think the doubt leaves. I think fear creeps in because I know the person now, and now I'm gambling on, is this person going to hurt me again?
Right. Hmm. So moving on to episode 6. Just when you think things can't get a little bit more complicated, they do. They do. So Joyce, she had a possible pregnancy scare, and it immediately put her on edge. And so also too, Joyce, she wanted to, I guess, she says they say sterilize, but get her tubes tied or whatever she needed to do in order not to get pregnant again without Jonas's permission or without him knowing. How do you, as a man, how do you feel about that? Do you think that your wife or your woman,
No, but see,
especially,
before you even go that deep, think
uh-huh,
about what we just talked about. That doesn't seem like a person who has doubt, right? That seems like a person who is now moving in the direction
dang,
to do things to
mm-hmm,
not be in the same position again. Like, I pulled it up. Like, doubt is I don't know if I can.
mm-hmm.
Fear is I know what could happen.
So
You
it's
see what
fear.
it's fear. She's living in fear now. So now all her moves are fear based. Like, she's moving off of strictly fear. There's no more doubt. The
Yeah,
doubt's gone. I know my husband about to go out there and bang
yeah,
everything that look good or that he feels that he won't. My fear is, will this man get me pregnant again and leave us with more kids?
mm-hmm.
Will this man bring something home like a possible, STD? Like, it was a bunch of fear now. Had nothing to do with doubt no more. Her doubt is gone.
Yeah.
Her doubt is gone. Jen
What Jen
said
said,
she
she
knows
know.
what she is
Okay.
involved in. Now she has to move accordingly. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
See what I mean? Like, it's deep. Like that's why I said this show is so deep. Like, polygamy is just to get you in the door. Like, but you're starting to, like, you're gonna see even more. You ain't even got, to me, you ain't got to the good parts. You got to get to about episode 12, 13, 14, 15, because
Gee,
you're going to start thinking like it's no more to this story they can add.
right.
It's
It
no
just
more
keeps
to this story they
twisting
can
and
add.
turning.
Like, but you need to pay attention to episode 5 and 6 though,
Mhm.
because it's gonna double back. It's gonna double back. So just pay attention to episode. Oh, we missed something else, y'all. We talking about the playback. So
Mhm.
episode 5,
What?
was it 5 or
Yeah, I wrote me some notes down when I was watching
remember
this.
on 5? Was it 5 when she was at the working site and she had lied to Joyce saying, "What you gonna do about when your husband is here at work with me all day?"
Yes,
And then she gets off the phone, and then you find out she manipulated Jonas to come
Jonas
to
to
the
come
work
down
site.
there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? You see the
Opportunists
game
are
now?
manipulators. Anyways,
We said,
opportunists are manipulators. And you see how, look, and she's a seductress too. She used her seduction to make Jonas fold and make him want her again, or, want that experience again in the bedroom.
yes. That's what I said. Like, they all, man, they all are becoming small Jonases. But you got to watch it even more. You got
Yeah.
to watch it even more. I mean,
Jen said she realized she was involved with a man that has no boundaries, zero,
yeah,
zilch, nada.
like,
And I'm gonna give you my perspective on something else that I saw too. Once we
yeah,
get moving perspective,
he done
because I
took
was like,
notes over there.
so we. Anything else you think we missed that
I'm
was
trying to
like
see
key?
episode 6. They had the
Mm,
party when the parents went out of town.
yeah,
Very key. Remember that. Remember all that. Remember
yeah.
remember all that. The little girl don't go home that night. Remember all that.
Oh,
So just remember all that. I'm not spoiling it for nobody. So, but it's gonna be a lot. I don't even know how you haven't binge watched it. We watched this thing about 3 days. Like, you won't be done. We won't be on here giving like
I be doing so much, and sometimes when I sit down and
hey.
get next, I be
But
on
every
film.
time I'm rewatching it to like prep for
You
the
find
show even
something
more,
different.
I find something new. I'm like, bro, I ain't even see that part. I ain't even see that part.
Yeah. So looking at episodes 4 through 6 as a whole, we know that Jonas returned home. We watched like relationships start shifting because of money, and we watched another possible pregnancy create even more uncertainty. Um, mm, let's just move on to the next. We're gonna transition into the next segment. Let's see what Jen had to say first. Truly, Jonas had to sit back and enjoy the benefits of the women's lickbacks as they manipulated and schemed. He reaped the rewards. Ooh, oh, Jen, come on up, Jen.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's like a dog licking their wounds, man. It's like, yeah, it's like you just licking your wounds at this point, man.
So we're gonna move into the perspective, because now it's time to stop talking about what happened and start talking about what all it means. So we're gonna move on into the perspective.
Playback perspectives. See it different, that's the message. One rewind.
So now that we talked about what happened, this segment, of course, is my favorite because we get into the deeper parts of it. Um, the episodes aren't just about this one family. They're about trust, forgiveness, identity. Um, they're about what happens when people um are forced to live with like their consequences of their own decisions. What you got?
What my perspective is so far.
Well, yeah, go ahead, because
My
we got 5 separate little. Give me
okay,
your
okay.
full perspective so far, and then we'll break it down.
My full perspective so far is
Mm,
this is what happens when one person knows what they want and another person is trying to force that person to no longer want what they want. When I
mm,
look at Jonas initially gives his wife divorce papers.
yeah.
From that point forward, she starts to push back to make sure that she had what she wanted, but the whole time he's telling you what he doesn't want. And so at that point, she's forcing his hand, and he's like, okay, since you're gonna force my hand, I'll play your games, but your games, I'm gonna win. Like, I'm not, this is not gonna be something you're gonna enjoy. This is something you're gonna live with. And everybody's telling her throughout their whole thing. Like, even when she was sitting at that pool, her sister told her, like, why are you dressed like that? He don't
Yeah.
want to see you when he pulls up to the, you see what I mean? Like, and that's another thing we don't talk about in perspectives, right? Like, women lose their way when they get in relationships. That woman
Yeah.
that he met is the same woman he wants throughout the whole relationship.
Oh yeah.
Like, and you see that a lot. And every woman that he messes with might have displayed some form of what he truly desires. So like, it's just very very unique. But my perspective right now is people need to listen to the messages. Don't assume that you can force a person to be in the situation you want them to be in. They're telling you what they want to be in. Like, she should have just left. Like, everybody now, both women, in my perspective, both women are chasing their results. Like, Matipa, she lost her job, but I mean, she didn't lose the home or nothing like that. Like, she's still, you know what I mean? But she's
Did she not
chasing,
lose it? Because I thought she was packing up in that one scene.
you'll see.
Oh man, I don't
I mean,
think.
think about, no, you ain't even got to see.
Yeah.
Think about the first episode.
Mhm.
Joyce pulls up to the house. You
Right.
haven't seen that scene yet.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You haven't seen like that part of the show yet when she comes searching for Jonas.
Yeah.
So she's still in the house if you pay attention to episode 1.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the beginning of the show, she's looking at the picture that looks like what they have in their home.
Mm.
So obviously, first episode is telling you that she never been there yet.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to see it now because
Yeah,
I
because you done
watched
seen the
it.
whole
But
thing.
when you start paying attention to it, you be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm. So the first topic I have is trust. In these 3 episodes, I don't think the biggest problem was like the affair anymore. Nobody trusted anybody. Joyce didn't trust Jonas. Matiba didn't trust Jonas. The children was like, hey, what's really going on type deal. Um, it seemed like everybody was like waiting for the next lie or waiting for the next thing to happen. So the question I have for trust is, does rebuilding trust require transparency from both people?
Does rebuilding trust require transparency from both people? I would say no.
No.
And the reason why I say that is because rebuilding, did y'all both lose trust, or was one person already transparent and the other person was lying?
Ooh.
So I don't know if like both people need to. I mean, it seems like whoever calls the rebuilding to start needs to be more transparent. Um, but how can you really trust, seeing in her perspective, like Joyce, right? Let's say she says she trusts him, but look at how she's moving. She's going to a hospital without telling them. She's doing so many other things. Now, can he trust her? You see what I mean? Because she
Yeah.
could trust Jonas to make bad decisions.
Oh, that's yeah.
You see what I mean? But
Oh
can
yeah,
he trust?
definitely.
But now, can he trust her?
Mm.
And that's what you got. Like, I be listening to the words. Like, when I watched it again today, when he was kissing her, that's what they were kind of talking about. Trust. They were kind of talking about her. He was like, you
Right.
always the great, like he's telling her all these great things about her and why he knows he loves her, but she doesn't believe it anymore because he said it before. So what about you? You think trust is required from both people to rebuild?
Sometimes I think once trust is gone, it's gone. Somebody gonna always have that. I'm not gonna say what if, or is this really, they're always gonna question the person's movements, motives. Just like when Joyce woke up that one morning and he wasn't in the bed anymore, her first thought was, where's he gone to now? And the children came down the stairs, well, he gone again. So it's like, even if I even if somebody, I think that even if somebody tried to prove, like, hey, I'm back, I'm not doing this anymore, it's only you, it's me and you, it's only us.
Yeah.
I think there's still gonna be that level of distrust. Like, he's gonna have to always prove himself to her. So to answer the question,
Do you think you need trust in a relationship?
what's the definition of trust?
No, I'm just asking. I'm really asking because, like, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to you, and I'm listening,
Mhm.
and well, Jen, we'll get to your comment in just a second, but I'm listening to everything, right?
Mhm.
And I'm thinking about, do you really need something that somebody questions their whole life anyway? You see what I mean? Like,
Mm.
nobody lives in denial, or unless you're naive, right? As you get older, you kind of just you kind of understand life in a different manner. So it's almost like, do you really need trust in a relationship? You see what I mean? Like, I know it sounds crazy to ask that question, but I'm just sitting here thinking about processing all this. Like, do you really need trust? Because the person is pretty much always questioning you anyway, not like physically questioning you or verbally questioning you, but like, I think people always have doubt. That's where we talked about doubt earlier. I think
Right.
people always have doubt anyway. So even a marriage that lasts until death do you part, did they really trust each other, or did everything just last?
Mm. Thanks, hoes.
I be wondering. I'm just trying to have a conversation, like, because I be thinking
Yeah.
about these things, like, because you ever seen people that been together forever, and then they finally break up, and the first thing the woman say is, "I knew he was cheating anyway." Like, okay, so you never trusted him. Y'all been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
I had a feeling he was doing. Okay, so you never trusted him. You always had doubt. So do you really need trust to ensure that your relationship lasts?
Mm. Dang, so you got to trust that person.
I think it depends what type of weight you put into trust. You see what I mean? I mean,
Because you trust somebody. I'm putting my life in your hands. You trust them to save you if you're drowned, or if you're
no, see, look at this. So this is what I'm looking up, right? I just
okay.
looked up
Go
the
ahead.
definition of
So,
trust, y'all. So
what's the definition?
trust says the willingness
Willingness
to become
to become
vulnerable
vulnerable.
because you believe someone
Mm-hmm.
or something is reliable, honest, and what is it? Competent. Let me read that again now. See, I
Ooh.
think this is that's why I said I think a lot of things just don't work because we have been putting the wrong language on a lot of things. Trust.
Mm-hmm.
Trust is the willingness. So
Okay.
it's you got to build that up
Mm-hmm.
to become vulnerable, which opens you up to hurt
Yes.
because you believe someone or something is reliable, honest, or competent. Every day you get in your car and drive.
I trust my car to get me from point A to
No,
point B.
no, no, no. You don't. You trust yourself,
I trust myself to drive my car.
but your car, you're trusting your car almost in blind faith. And let me say this: it says right here, truth is not blind faith, naivety, or control.
Mm.
So a lot of us do things on a day-to-day basis that's really not even trust. Because trust is not blind faith, trusting without evidence. You see what I mean? So if
Ooh,
you if
we
you
just
see
out
what I
here
mean,
willy nilly,
you see what
basically.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like if blind faith is trusting without evidence. So you got to have blind faith to really be trusting. Like that means, you know how when we ask women or men, you ever look through your partner phone? Oh yeah, girl. Well, there's no trust anyway. It doesn't even matter if he's doing the right thing. You don't trust him. Because trust allows you to be willingness to be vulnerable because you believe someone or something is reliable, honest, and competent. So the moment you do anything to your partner that shows them that you don't feel they're reliable, honest, or competent, there's no trust in a relationship.
We just got an Amber Alert on our phone, so we're gonna pray for this little boy out there in Enterprise, Alabama. It's not too far from where we are. I hear it going on. So
Jen, actually, Jen on it today. Let me pull him
which
up.
is
Like
what
Jen
Jen
on it.
said. Can we?
She
You
gonna
know,
play ball.
Jen said they played stupid games and won the prizes. He won the prizes. Jen said, "Watch a person do what they want to see what they really want to do. Can trust really be rebuilt at all?" Should be the question, and that was my next question too.
Okay, we'll get to it then.
Jen said no. She said, people are going to do what they want to do, and the sooner you accept that, the better off you are. All right, Jen. Jen said, I think we fairy tale relationships, and that's not reality a majority of the time. I agree with that. Jen said, trust equals the benefit of the doubt. You get it until you don't from me. Hmm.
Like it's deep, man. This stuff is
Yeah.
like, but these are the type of conversation. It's hard to have, right? It's hard to have with like a full panel of people and stuff like that because
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants to argue. But then you start looking at the definitions of these things. It's like, bruh, you better off living in denial if you want to be happily married.
So, do you think that what Jen said, can trust really be can it ever go back to what it was once it's broken? Like if
It was never fixed. That's what you're gonna see. You got Jen. She ain't watched it all. That's what you're
I
gonna
ain't seen
see.
it all, Jen.
That's what you're gonna see. Like Jonas has always been Jonas.
He's always been him.
Yeah. Who you are at your core is who you are. You can't go from being a lovey-dovey person to a villain arc. No, nigga, you are still bubbly at your core. You just got to get there. Your core is your core. You either cold-hearted or not. It's no in between.
Dang.
Can something happen to you and you could benefit from gaining some harshness and some tough skin for a short period of time? I think so. It could be some years. But I think for the long term, ultimately you always fall back to who the core of who you are.
So, jeez, these conversations be deep.
See?
Joyce never needed to trust Jonah.
Jonas. Yep. See, like it's so crazy because, but
Mm,
we in American, meaning the English language,
yeah.
we have created our own versions of what we want things to mean. We don't take. I mean, I'm looking at him and it's like talking about all the different versions of trust,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, and then it says the concise way to put this is trust isn't the absence of doubt or fear. So you can still doubt a person and have fear. But it says this decision that what you know, who
Mm-hmm.
you believe, or what you value is stronger than the uncertainty you're facing.
So
It
is
kind of
trust
goes back
really
to
just
that phrase of
uncertainty?
love. You know how people say love conquers all?
Mm-hmm.
You might be better off living that way.
than trusting somebody.
Like I love him enough to just stand through this storm with him. I,
Mm.
You're going to have to clip this up. This is going to go viral.
Clip that. Clip that.
Yeah,
Jen said love them through it. Yes.
Hey,
So,
it's different.
Jen, do you, and you too, Souls, do you think love can, well, you don't believe in love. Do you think love can survive betrayal? Jen said with conditions, of course. Jen, we need you up here. She said with conditions, of course. Can love survive betrayal? Can you still love somebody? You
So,
can.
so now we breaking down more words.
Uh-huh.
Betrayal is the breaking of trust.
God, oh.
Betrayal is the act of violating someone's trust. So think about the definition of trust. You have to become vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
the willingness to become vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
and trust that someone is competent, honest, and reliable. There's no such betrayal if you don't have, that's why I tell people I don't have expectations. You can't betray me because I have no trust in you anyway. I
So
just
you
I
don't
just look
have
nope.
trust in humans at all.
No,
Period.
and you see it all the time because you will look back and you be like, oh, yep, yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see people for who they are. And then they'll judge me because I say it out loud. I just see who you are. And you can play the role or you can play whatever you want to play, but I see it. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I just see who you are. Like I see who you are. So just like you feel like you see who I am, I see who you are, but I had no expectations of you.
Mm.
I knew you would go back to the core of who you are.
Well, we know trust wasn't the only thing that these episodes challenged. You know, they also challenged forgiveness as well, right? What Jen said? She said, "Stay ready."
She said, "I don't trust
I don't
anyone
trust
either.
anyone either. Stay ready. All right, Jen.
You accept their actions and move forward. Yeah. It's different. It's different, man. It's different. It makes life easier. Like y'all don't know. You'll see. You ain't seen it yet, but Jen can tell you. Like you'll see it with your own son. You're gonna look back at this 10 years, 15 years from now and be like, man, I ain't never think my baby would do me like that. Because you think, man, I done did all this for him. I done prepared him. I done fed him. I done took care of him. He never wanted for anything. But it's gonna be a moment where he never pick up his phone for mama. Think about that.
And I'm gonna fuss him out.
No, you're not, because you ain't gonna be able to talk to him. Janitor, she said it would definitely change the way you see it. I'm telling you. Hey. hey. Hey, I'm probably the first person in the world somebody ever heard. Like, oh, you here for your daughter? No, it's okay. They don't bother me when my baby don't call. That's fine. I mean, she'll text when she needs something. You know what I mean? Like that's what, like, you know what I mean? Like you got to be okay with that, because if you don't, you'll walk around thinking you're being betrayed and going through betrayal. Like you'll be hurt by people and humans. Like, nah, bro, it's okay. He still love you. Hey, Boogie still love you. Nah, he just ain't answering today. Yeah, she said, unbothered for real. Hey.
They don't be studying us. They don't be studying us at all. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, like it's gonna be hard for you. It's gonna be real hard for you.
Oh yeah, of course. So moving on to forgiveness. In the dictionary, his name is next to what? What did she say? Unbothered. With a profile pic. Thank Jen. Thank Jen. So a lot of times people think, they they hear forgiveness and automatically you forgive somebody, but they think that you have to stay with them. But I don't believe that you can forgive and let go. I don't think that means you have to stay with somebody. Um, should
Mm.
forgiveness always lead to reconciliation?
If you would have caught me before I started listening to books, I would have told you yes.
Hmm.
But once I listened to the book called Think Like a Monk,
Hmm.
he talks about that. And he talks about that a lot of times forgiveness is for us, not the other person.
Right. Hmm.
So he talks about how to record what you would say to the person. You should record it, almost like journal it, and play it back every day.
Mm.
And if it's still on your heart to tell the person, you need to
Hmm.
tell them. But he said because he did this in the is it called a monastery or whatever the monks are? I forgot what they call the place they
Uh,
did. But
you
he
almost,
said like
yeah.
over time,
Hmm.
you find out that you really don't care. Like you start off really having this heavy emotion about someone or something,
Hmm.
but the moment you release it, you really don't care about it like you did. You just
That's
needed to release it.
I went through that with my child's father.
Mhm.
At first, it was like I was hurt because of the absence and whatnot. But as time went on, it was just like one day I just flipped the script, like, okay,
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Almost become unbothered by it,
I'm telling you.
so
It's the releasing. Everybody just wants to release.
release, yeah,
That's why
release.
even though we're introverted, we had those moments where we just have word vomit and we just talk, 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 talk. Because you finally get someone that you feel comfortable that listens and you
Hmm.
just tell them everything. But once you get it off you, you're like,
It's like a
yeah.
burden being lifted.
Hmm.
Do you think that with Joyce, do you think that she struggled with forgiveness and maybe thinking that she should open back up and be more vulnerable again to Jonas?
I don't think she struggled with forgiveness. I think she struggled to forget. Because if you notice, everything in that show, they shows you the flashbacks.
Yep.
Like for Joyce, when she had good moments, she ripped back to the good moments. You see what I mean? She
Mm,
always replayed the good moments. Matipa replayed the bad moments.
yeah.
You see what I
Okay.
mean? So
Uh-huh.
the show is very like whoever like it's very like detailed because that's what kept drawing her in because she couldn't forget at one point Jonas was a great husband. At one point, Jonas was a great father. At one point, I helped Jonas build $1 million company and we were moving together as a team. That's hard to forget. And then to think I'm going to let somebody come take that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Richard, man. He
Hey,
said,
Bridget.
congratulations on this brilliant mix. I got a movie for y'all at the end of the show. Appreciate it. We'll review it.
Absolutely.
We'll
Hmm.
review it. We'll review it. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope, Richard. I'm glad you're here, big dog. She said attachment to people and things is emotional, not mental. It's easy to let go. Poof, be gone like a light switch.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Jen, who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Um, I do have one question
Mm.
before we move on to the next topic. Will forgiveness automatically mean another chance if somebody cheated on you?
Say that again.
If somebody cheated on you,
Uh huh.
if someone cheated on you, would forgiveness automatically mean another chance?
No,
Mm-mm.
but I don't. Me get cheated on. this is this. What is this we speak of? No, me. For all my dogs, big dog. Drake, tell him Drake.
Goodness, we got. Do we got comments or we
Yeah,
we
yeah,
we
yeah. We
we
do.
caught
We
up?
got two of them.
Okay, what we got?
Let's see here. She said, when I'm with someone or when I do something, it's because I want to, not because I need to. And
Mm.
she said, eyes for the who cheat,
Mhm.
who hurt you.
Forgive.
Men don't give cheating. Yeah, not at all. He said cheating on me is like stealing from me or lying. Yeah.
She said it will always be a double standard. Jen.
Or is it just the standard? Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the family. This is where I want to talk about kids, and I want to talk about that one part where Jonas was talking with, what's the son's name? Menzie? Is it Menzie?
Minzy.
Menzie. Um, he was talking to Menzie, and he was getting on to Menzie about being a man, and that's when he um, busted the bottle on the counter in the little sunroom that they were in, and he went over and got physical with him and whatnot.
Yeah.
At that moment that all that went down, my first thought was that he was sexually frustrated, that he wasn't getting that he was used to getting, the loving that he was used to getting from Matipa. And he was so frustrated that he took all that tension out on the kids in that
Mm.
moment.
So you think he was angry because he no longer was having Matipa?
Hmm. He wasn't getting that satisfaction anymore from her in that way.
So you don't think he just wanted his son to be more like him?
That could be a part too, but that frustration, like as much as he put on, because that was a lot. It was a lot in that scene.
It's so much because like, so they had the party, right? They just
Hmm.
had a great weekend. They had a party.
Hmm.
He comes home. He finds out that he's been his kids have pretty much let him down because we got so you got to remember this too. So I'm gonna get y'all women into the minds of a man for a second, right? So this is a man who initially started off making bad decisions.
Hmm.
Then he now comes back. He kind of manipulates the wife to feel like, hey, you're the only one again.
Yeah,
You go on this trip.
like a reconciliation trip
Yes,
to seal it.
yes. But throughout that trip, she showed a moment of doubt.
Oh yeah.
That's the part he won't ever forget.
Hmm.
And see, this like this stuff is deep. So, like, when you think about it, right? He gets back home, right? And what is he
Hmm.
doing in the office? Pulled off his wedding ring. He's playing with it. He's looking at it. And he's thinking in his head, I have just spent all this time with Joyce trying to fix things. And she still has doubt.
Yeah.
So my wife has doubts. My kids can't be trusted. My daughter won't talk to me. And I got this sexy woman over here named Atipa. I could be over here doing whatever I want to do. Like men think totally different. Like once a man feels like he's trying,
Hmm.
the worst thing a woman can do is throw any form of doubt in there. That's the worst thing you can do because men remember everything. That's why I always tell women, if you before you have a conversation with your partner, you have two questions you got to ask yourself. I'm either going to stay or go.
Yep.
And if you choose to stay, your
Hmm.
conversation must speak as a woman who's staying. That
Hmm.
little inkling of doubt,
Yeah.
that little inkling of doubt for him, it turned him off. And all he did was result into what he loves. He had sex with her, then they're back home. What is your thoughts about it? So you, because you feel like it was sexual frustration. I think you can see it that manner. So I don't think I'm not pushing back against that, but I
Yeah.
do feel that there were always moments throughout this show that you're gonna start noticing, like, yep, that's when okay.
Because she
Okay.
denied him. Then she denied him before that scene. Denied him of it. She's like, "Oh no, not right now," type deal. So he thought, he's like, "Man, I could have be." That was my initial thoughts when he went in there, and yes, he was having a father moment, talking to the kids, talking to Menzie and all that. But when he went that far as he went, I said that is frustration built up. He wanted some of that good loving from Atiba or his wife, and Joyce, she brushed him off.
Joyce is a mother.
Yeah.
You saying, yeah, but Joyce is also an example of what happens, right? When
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
mother mothers more than she wives.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Do you think that's the reason why some
we don't
relationships
get
fail?
that side of the show. Like we get the side that only shows Jonas.
Yeah.
But what if somebody came out with a Polygamist 2, the rewind, and you get to see all the moments where she chose her content creation over her husband.
Yeah.
She showed him she was too tired and he didn't get to have sex, so he went home to work the next day frustrated and got it from another woman. And they're only showing us one side, but this
Mm.
could be an easy rewind of a
Yeah.
TV show where you get to see from the other lens of what maybe Jonas felt was the
Mm.
reason why he stepped out.
Do you think that parents should hide their relationship problems from kids? I do.
I told you I never seen
Well, yeah.
my mom and dad have a disagreement in front of us in
Yeah.
18 years of my life. So
Do you think that parents should have that responsibility to shield their children from adult problems in a way? Well, we talked about this on the middleman sort of kind of way.
I would say yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard once you guys aren't in the same home because they kind of get the residual effects of it.
Yeah. What Jen said. Oh, hey, Bridget. Thank you for joining the chat. Jen said, so do women.
Listen to everything.
Oh, yeah. Jen said, when Jonas feels lack of control, his anger shows. Yes. 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 When we get to the character verdicts, we're going to go through that too. Yeah.
What's the second part
Um,
of your question? What responsibilities do parents have once trust is
what's this
broken with the
broken?
kids?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Because like should Joyce have encouraged her daughter to be more open to welcoming her dad back? Because her daughter was like dead set on like, I'm not doing this with dad.
I think she should have been dead set on telling her daughter what type of father she has and what she accepted as a mother.
Mm,
And the reason why I say that is just from living life situations, right? Like when
mm.
I stepped away, I told my daughter the truth.
Hey, me and your mama not.
Yeah, and I told her what daddy did. Daddy wasn't, in the bed, blah blah.
Mm,
Like I gave the whole spiel. She was 10 years old. We was on the steps. I'll never
mm,
forget in the base housing. I can remember it like yesterday. Seeing her face, I knew I could tell you what color barrette she had in her braids and everything. Like, but that transparency has allowed us to have a great relationship because she knows dad is always going to be honest. I think
yeah.
sometimes our children might lose trust because the parents no longer are competent,
Mm,
like the definition said, right? When
mm,
once as a parent, once you start shielding me from the things that I'm witnessing,
mm,
you are now not reliable or competent. And that daughter was standing above them stairs watching the whole conversation. And that daughter's ever since then, that daughter would have been seeking answers.
yeah.
If somebody would have just set her down, like Joyce could have just set her down and say, hey, I understand that you
Mm,
might be upset at me and your father, but I'm trying to display to you what a wife looks like and what a wife looks like that's trying to keep their family together. Some things I won't be able to explain to you right now just because of your age, but just know that I'm doing everything in the best interest of you and your safety.
yeah.
And if you ever have a moment or a question that you would like to talk about, I'm here to talk about it. We have to learn to really be able to start communicating with our children.
And that's what some of the follow-up questions, like you already answered them,
Oh, my
are
bad.
some conversations meant for adults only? And do you think that children can fully recover repeatedly after repeatedly watching like an unhealthy relationship?
Ask that last one more time.
Can children ever fully recover repeated after repeatedly watching unhealthy relationships?
I think they can.
Mm.
I think they can if someone's providing some form of transportation. I said transportation, transparency. Jesus.
I was like, wait a minute.
Hey, you radio. Some form of transparency would definitely
Transparency.
go far, right? Because now that I even read that definition, it makes it even easier for me to understand like my thought processes. Like
Mm.
being truthful is just showing your form of competency. Like you competent. Like that's competent, right? When
Yeah.
when they go to rain job, they're looking for you to be competent.
Yeah.
They can trust you with a task. They can leave you with something and know it's going to come back finished.
Mm.
That's what we all are looking for in every relationship. Can I
Mm.
give you my heart and I could come back and it's still going to be there? Can I trust you with my children and you're going to bring them back in one piece? Can I trust you around my family that anything you hear, you're never going to have it go outside of those walls? Like everything's about, are you competent enough with all the things that people allow you to now borrow, because it's nothing but borrowing, until while we're together?
Mm. I got you. I got you. Richard said, I be putting them on blast. Look at your mom. I treat her right. She still cheated. Your mother, that'll tell you about a woman. Your mom is your first teacher.
Yeah, see, yeah, you got to be transparent.
Yeah. Jen said Joyce never gave a thought to the effects of her division would have on a kid, so she overcompensated by mothering too much.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Richard said, I'll say it calm, nothing to get loud over. Hmm.
Yeah, she said
Her
decision.
decision, her
Yeah.
decision. We got you, Jen. We got you, Jen. So we're gonna not trans. We're
See
gonna
that? Look at you.
move on to the next topic. We got two more topics in perspective, and then we'll move on. Money. Money. Should finances ever influence whether someone stays? Do you think Joyce was staying for finances? Finance?
No,
No.
I think Joyce was kind of in that Miss Ball situation. How LeVar
Okay.
Ball wife stayed. I think
Yeah.
that's what you seen. I think she stayed because she felt she needed to protect the children and especially her son. Because you see, Mizzy was soft.
Yeah, he was.
Like
He wasn't
like
like
when
that
like when
hardcore.
him and his boys sat in the room and he was like, "Man, you should be working for your father, man. Come work for the company." You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Wear suits, you dress up. You know, he's trying to tell
Yeah.
them like, "Man, you over here sitting around, man. You be
He got,
rich
he had
having."
to get that push from his friend rather than his dad.
Mhm.
So yeah. Mm. Um, I think that uh I don't think finances should, Jen said no. Finances should influence whether someone stays or not. Is I think it more so showed with Matiba too, because she lost her job behind this as well. So it wasn't just Jonas financially paying for
Mhm.
her too, but losing her other source of income, which was her job. That's why she went to go seek or try to get that settlement. Do you know, does it come out in the wash later on what the settlement was about? But
For Matipa,
yeah.
well, she felt like they were married.
Mm, okay.
So I'm the wife. I need a percentage in this company. I need
Mm.
money. You leaving me. You're telling me I don't have a job. I got to support myself. I need my share.
Do you think financial security is sometimes mistaken for love?
Oh no. No.
No.
No.
Mm.
And even in her part, right? She she was chasing money when she had no need for it. She didn't want for anything. Like she
No.
didn't, You know what I mean? And then you got to think about it too. Like, I think that was just a. I wish I can get in his brain. I didn't understand why he went so far to like manipulate Joyce, right? Like, because Joyce was at the office when he fired her. Remember, she's sitting in
Mhm.
his office chair, and like Matipa loses her job as Joyce is sitting there, and like his
Mhm.
brother's like, "Get out! You should have chose me."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like she just didn't understand her role. I was confused with both women because Joyce, you initiated polygamy. Matipa now tried to be wife number two at the time. Joyce is pushing back on Matipa, but Matipa is just doing what a second woman that's married to a man would do. That's why I said to me they never accepted. What Joyce never accepted polygamy. She just said, "Jonas, you can have another person," but she never accepted what comes with it.
Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Bridget said, I think the guy should be conscious if conscious he is relied on spending money on other. Huh?
Oh, he said he think he should be more conscious because he is relied on spending money on others.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Others, yeah. Yeah. Mm. So that was quick. One more thing in perspectives. I did want to talk about faith and values. Not just religion, but these episodes they force people to choose peace or self-preservation, loyalty or boundaries. um do you think that faith can help rebuild relationships or heal relationships? Go ahead and look up the definition of faith.
Oh, it's right here, 'cause we talked about it earlier with
Yeah.
blind faith, right? Like that's
Mhm.
trusting without evidence. And
Yeah.
you asking, can faith help rebuild something? Well,
Mhm.
you now have evidence. Like
Mm.
you now have the proof that Jonas is wants other women. So can faith really help you rebuild something that you already have the evidence of it? Even the word said faith is doing things without knowing or without seeing. Faith is having trust in those things that we cannot even see. So how can you rebuild something that you now seen?
Mm. You be saying some word souls, and I just be taking it all in. Oh man.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you,
yeah. They on rigid. Yeah, yeah. He said y'all no plug on right
yeah.
now.
We're
Both of
gonna have to
y'all.
catch the rewatch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, do you think it's a difference between grace, giving somebody grace and enabling them? Do you think Joyce gave Jonas grace, or you think she enabled him?
I think she fully enabled him.
Mm.
She literally gave him what she felt he wanted. I think Jonas gave Joyce grace by trying to allow her the opportunity to exit with the divorce.
Mm.
Like I don't really see Jonas as a bad guy.
He was just being who he was. He was showing them
Yes.
who he was. He
Yes.
was being himself.
If he never gave her divorce papers, I would look at it totally different.
He gave her a way out.
Yeah.
He said, "Here,
See?
go."
She said,
What she said?
bullseye.
What was that?
Bullseye. I'm telling you, right? Because like I just like it's easy to want to pick him out as the
Mhm.
bad guy, but the
Yeah.
opportunity when someone gives you an opportunity to leave and you choose to stay, everything from that point on, it's all on you.
You're right. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Jen said no
Mm.
man would turn down the offer to
Right.
have the offer. Yeah, but she knew that. So was that a form of manipulation so that she could then control the rest of everything? Because that's what she did. Joy started to control everything.
Yeah.
The second wife walks in the house. What are you doing at our home? Like, well, that's really
Why he stood back there on the grill watching?
yeah.
he, he was just flipping them, whatever he was doing back there. He's looking like she knows she shouldn't have brought herself over here, but okay, Joyce got it. Joyce got it. I ain't even gotta do nothing with it. Here comes Gish. Gish coming. He was just like nonchalant, like, yeah, here she go acting foolish again. It ain't gonna change nothing. I'm still at my home, So, yeah. So tonight we talked about trust, forgiveness, family, money, and values and faith. Um, Let me ask you this though: if someone repeatedly shows you who they are, when do you finally believe them?
The first time.
I was gonna say the same thing. The first time you have to. I think too many times over we tend to, once somebody shows us who they are, we tend to want to still put them in a box where we want them to be who we want them to be.
Which is okay. Because now, don't get me wrong, for everybody who watches this, or if you watch this on the rewatch,
Mhm.
I do feel there's room for improvement and change in anyone.
Mm.
I don't think everyone stays the same. Like I don't think everybody stays the same. With that being said,
Mhm.
you have to understand what you can deal with. What's your threshold? Where does your tipping point stop? You know what I mean? Like that's something you have to determine within yourself. That's not something that we can figure out in the moment or do it case. It's going to be a case by case thing. Like it's one of those things that, because I do feel everybody has the potential to change. You see it all the time. You will see a woman literally go through brimstone and fire with a man.
Oh yeah.
And then he'll go to the next woman and be the greatest man that you like, man, I knew he had that in him. But you have to be okay that it wasn't for you. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
is that what it boils down to? At that time, it just wasn't for me.
yeah. I
Why
don't
can't?
think
Why couldn't he be that way with me? What?
well well every door frame don't fit on every house.
You're right about that. Yeah.
Some of them leave little gaps, might blow open when the wind hit. Like we try to make one thing fit everything. Like just because you knew the potential that person had
Hmm.
doesn't mean that it was for you. What was he getting you ready for?
Mm.
Because in the midst of you building him,
Hmm.
there was something that you needed to fix in your blueprint too. See, when we're the builder, we only focusing on the end result. We're not focusing on the blueprint of like what's the foundational, like, okay, this blueprint, and you're the builder, you're just trying to execute. But at the end of the day, when do you take an opportunity to work on you? When you're building people, that's why
Hmm.
it's hard for single moms.
Yeah.
Y'all are constantly parenting, you're constantly like, then now you're trying to pour that into somebody else, and that's a lot because you already got somebody else you got to pour into to do every day. Like it's just, and then that man might take the benefits of who you are, but then you can't take him any further because you still have to be a mother.
Mm.
Right? I think Rain be using y'all this for therapy. Y'all see Rain be over there in deep thought and everything. Richard said, or they did something great for you, so you hold that moment till you lose everything. That is true.
Richard,
That is
yeah.
true, Richard. Richard, we need to get you up here one day.
Waiting.
Yeah, Jen said, honestly, you can't ever be surprised when someone shows their hand when you knew they operated that way before. Yeah, high tolerance. Yes, Jen, she ain't get there yet, Jen. Like
I ain't got that
it's
yet.
so much in the show.
Hmm.
No one's guilty here. I mean, no one's innocent here. Let me just put it that way.
Nobody.
Everybody took something from somebody.
Mm.
Let me just put it that way.
Speaking
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert,
Everybody took something from somebody.
somebody. All right, so speaking of everybody, we're gonna move on into these character verdicts.
Good one. Good
we're
segue.
gonna we're gonna we're gonna see what talk about who grew, who stayed the same, who got worse, and go from there. Um, I just let's start with Joyce. We're gonna start with Joyce first. Start with Joyce. Do you think that she became stronger, or do you think that um, she stayed the same, or do you think she started to lose herself?
She was losing herself for sure.
Mhm.
She's losing herself for sure. She lost herself in like episode 2 and 3.
This all of this though, in real life, that would be exhausting having to deal with all of this.
It's only exhausting because she didn't deal with her reality that she chose. Think about it, Rain. All right. You decide you don't want the divorce. Cool.
Cool.
You then say, Jonas, how about we sit down and talk about you having another wife? Boom. Y'all agree. He gets Matipa. At that point, Matipa should be able to go to your house, come to you, go to her house. Like at that point, y'all should be friends.
Right. And you would
Y'all,
think
y'all are
so,
no longer enemies.
because she gave him the permission. So she
Yeah.
wasn't welcoming in. She said, "You can do it, but I don't want to see it." Type deal.
Yeah, but it's like
She pulled a rain.
yeah, but it's supposed to be polygamy. You know how this works. Jen said, repeat that question. Which one?
Which one?
Are you talking about Joyce's question?
Do you think she became stronger, stayed the same, or she started to lose herself?
Yeah, that's the
And I,
question. What you think?
yeah, I don't, I don't know. She pretty much, I think she started trying to protect herself too because of the doubt I say she had. She always questioned his movements, his words.
But wasn't she her best form of protection?
Do you think she was doing self preservation so she wouldn't be hurt any further?
No.
No.
Keep watching there, little one. No. No. I don't know, man. You gonna to me, Joyce just I think Joyce just became Jonas.
Mm.
I
So she
think
took on
I
who
think
was.
sometimes we think to defeat a person, we must become who they are. And then we lose
Mhm.
who we are. See, Jen said she was lost. Even in the end, she was hateful for a narrative she created. Yeah, they didn't get there yet,
I ain't there yet,
Jen.
Jen. I ain't there yet, Jen. But I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Richard, have you watched this show yet? I wanted Richard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she became so overly consumed in Jonas that she became Jonas.
So is Jonas the villain in this? Girl, watch it. I got you, Jen. I got you. I be trying. I be trying, Jen. I really do. Like I caught these 3 episodes on the rewatch at work today. So I be trying. When it's quiet, I can do that. I can really sit down and do that. And plus, the episodes are so short, So,
25 minutes.
hmm so does your perception of Joyce change this week at all, or she just keeps she's still on a level playing field?
This week,
Hmm
this week I felt like you really started to see her lose herself.
Yeah.
Like when when everything became a fight, everything became an argument.
Mm-hmm.
She even got manipulated to go on that Victoria Falls trip, and
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay, we'll do the ladies first. What about Matiba? What's your thoughts on Matiba? My notes gave me sympathetic, but I don't know where sympathetic lies in there. Do you think? Oh, sympathetic of Joyce and what she was going through. Do you think because Jonas essentially betrayed her and went back to Joyce in that way? Do you think
let's
she was like, "Yeah, I see what you're going through, girl," type deal?
I wouldn't say she became sympathetic yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but she will. After I'm looking up the definition, just to make sure I don't mix them up with empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, the sympathy is I feel sorry for what they're going through, and
Mm-hmm.
then empathy is I can understand and emotionally connect with what you're going through.
So you think it was more empathy than sympathy?
I don't think she has either one right now. I think right now she has a lot of frustration with Jonas, but the only person she can unleash it on is Joyce. I wouldn't even say unleash it on. She wants to talk to Joyce, but Joyce can't get out of her way. Like Joyce won't get out of her own way. Like when Matipa comes in that house, Matipa doesn't come in yelling at her.
Mm-mm.
She said, Jonas,
Yeah.
Jonas. Like all she had to do was like, hey, what's wrong? Oh, I'm looking for Jonas. He's out here. Come on outside with us. You see what I mean? You see the difference in that? You see
Yeah.
the like you see the like because she's only running in your house, Joyce, because you told him he can have her.
Yeah.
But every turn, you are pushing back at Matipa instead of involving Matipa. Even when you did your vows, Matipa still swallowed her pride to come.
She didn't want to Joyce didn't want to accept it. She said okay, but she didn't really deep down, she didn't want to accept that's what it
That's what
was.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm.
And you got to think about it. Matipa don't got no kids.
No, not
She's
yet.
she's she's a younger version of Joyce. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like all that stuff. Internally, Joyce is still competing. Like why?
Mm.
Because you got to think about it as a woman. Even though she accepted that he had her, now she's battling why her, not me. That's heavy
Yeah.
for women. Why her? Why
It
not
it
me?
is. Been there than that. I ain't never going back. Bridget said, nope, can't speak on it.
You got to watch it, Rich is good.
She did what Joyce couldn't. And what was that?
She, she's probably saying accept the situation.
But she
That's
wanted to
what I'm
be
thinking.
number one as well because she thought that Jonas was going to leave Joyce with the
She
divorce
was.
papers.
She was. So see, you can't confuse Matipa's thought process with the actions that didn't happen, right?
Okay.
She did think she was going to be number one because he did what she asked him to do and give her the divorce papers. Joyce then became defiant and didn't sign the divorce papers and chose. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is about Joyce's decision to now bring everything together.
Mm.
One decision could change the world.
Jen said, dang, April, I can't say what I want because I don't want to be the spoiler. You can say it. She said, watch the dark. Okay, okay. Bully, okay.
Watch the
Yes.
show, Joyce.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll watch the show. And of course we got Jonas. Do you think he improved any? There was no change or he became worse?
I'm gonna say no change. I think he's still who he is right now. He's still who he is right now. You can almost say he improved when he tried to reach out to talk to the kids and talk to his daughter that night.
Yeah.
So I would say no change at the moment though. She said no
Mhm.
change.
No change. No.
She said bully.
No change. I do want to talk about though with Jonas. I want to say Jonesy because I see the I at the end. Jonas, his avoidant personality. Anytime Joyce or Matiba asked questions, he never answered. Never answered. There was one time, and I can't remember the actual scene. There was one time that he did, I think, talk to Joyce or answered her back. But like when Matiba came to the golf course, he didn't answer any of her questions that she was posing. When Joyce asked, it was another scene. Joyce was asking him questions. He didn't. Oh, the morning after when he came, when he made her tea and everything, she was asking him questions, and he just went on about his day and or went on about his movements about the golf clubs, trying to get the golf clubs and whatnot. He has an avoidant personality. He was avoiding those questions. He didn't answer those questions.
Do you think he has an avoidant personality, or is he showing you the price of what y'all accepted?
Ooh, dang souls.
No, I'm just trying to, because I know,
Yeah.
like, I really be asking these questions. I be trying to understand women because you're saying he has an avoidant personality,
Mm-hmm.
or does he really need to answer any more of your questions? Y'all both chose me. What are the questions for? You're talking about an alpha male millionaire corporate 500 dude running his own thing. He tried to leave you. The wife said, "Nah, baby, you know what? You got all the money and you can have all the women you want." And now you're asking me questions? Y'all chose me. If you didn't want to choose me,
I
you
get
had your way out.
Mm.
And then Matipa would have just been the next Joyce, and then she would have had to figure her way out of the, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's always someone has an avoidant behavior. I think sometimes when you give a person the
Mhm.
power gives them the right to not have to answer you.
Mm. No answers, no accountability. I was going to ask that too. Smart to say less in his situation. Yeah. So is he avoiding accountability? He isn't an avoidant. He's just doing what was offered. All right, Jen. Jen, we want you up on the next panel. Come on now. um, but oh, geez,
It's
that's
hard
what
to accept, right?
it is.
Mhm.
It is.
It's hard to accept.
Mm. Let me make sure before we move on from this. I didn't write nothing else down. Nothing else. Look, I got little notes. When I was watching, I was writing. Um, we talked about that where oh, at the end of episode 6, isn't that the hospital scene, or did that roll into 7?
It will roll into 7, but yeah, that's when she was sitting there. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
because I did watch a little bit of 7 too.
You talking about when they almost ran into each other?
No,
Did you? Okay.
at the
Okay.
hospital,
My bad.
she
Okay. Never mind. Keep
at the
watching.
huh?
Keep watching.
At the hospital, she was there for that procedure,
Oh, I know. Yeah, but
and
you
then
ain't got far yet. Then
and then
they almost ran into each other.
she went to the room and fainted. The other room and fainted when she seen
You're
John.
talking about when Matipa had the baby.
Yeah, the
My bad,
babies,
y'all. Spoiler alert.
babies.
I know I didn't want to spoil it all for
Was that the end of 6?
him.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was the end of 6. Yeah,
But she would never seen it if she wasn't there, right?
right. I wrote down, should a man always be respected even though even though his previous actions say otherwise?
And that's deep. I think so. And the reason why I say that is because I think it allows the woman to walk away with her dignity.
Mm. Saying, yeah, I always, even though
I
you
think
always
once you
be
lower
respect.
yourself to the level of another person, y'all
Mm.
lost.
Mm. 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 Okay. Whew. This was some good conversations, y'all. This was some good conversation. So the final perspective, overall, what's your final perspective?
Um, Final perspective. My final perspective from 1 to 6 is once you choose your path, you must be okay with the obstacles in front of you. That's the soul's proverb I'm gonna give y'all today.
Say it
Once
one
you
more time.
once you choose your path, you must
Mhm.
be okay with the obstacles in front of you. And I reason why I say this is because Joyce made a decision to
Mhm.
create a new lifestyle to keep her husband and keep her family. And now these obstacles she's not willing to go over, under, or through. So when you choose a route or choose your narrow road, your wide road, whatever you choose, be okay with handling the obstacles that come in front of you. What about you? What's your final perspective?
1 through 6. Live with what you accept. Basically, what you just said. Live with
Okay.
what
You've
you.
been having that under your name lately too.
Yeah, yeah. I got it
Yeah.
off on one of your great songs. When I
Really?
asked you to send, yeah, when I asked you to send me, um, I forget what song it was. I think it's about the algorithm.
Oh,
In
okay.
there, it says, "Live with what you accept."
Mm,
Yeah, you
okay.
got to. And I got a fun little thing before we go. Um, because the perspective question of the week, we already answered it. The one I put down here.
You
So we
already
already
put it.
answered it.
Okay.
Does
You gotta play the you gotta
I
Hey
know?
y'all, Rain has an amazing production here behind scene, and she need to just slow down and follow. Go ahead and give us what the next one is. We just did final perspective, and you're fine.
Playback perspectives. See it different, that's the message. One rewind.
So
Yeah,
the
there you go.
perspective question of the week is: Does forgiveness require reconciliation? We already answered it earlier,
Yeah, we
but
answered it earlier, but I don't
yeah,
want her to mistake. She got great production behind here, and with when there comes perspectives, we gave our perspectives, but the most important thing is how do we rate things?
Playback perspectives. See it different, that's the message. One rewind.
so overall, what you think?
Oh man, me,
10
I
out of
gave
10.
it 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10, whatever you want to get it, man. It's amazing show. I like I
Yeah.
said, like Jen was telling you, keep watching, because you're gonna see more and more. Like I think every woman who initially watches this show is gonna be Team Joyce.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you don't know who you want to pick, and then I think you start rooting for somebody else. So, definitely great show.
It
There
is.
has
It
to
keeps
be
your
another
attention. There's so much there's so many twists and turns, and
turns.
yeah. Um, I do have one little bit of a fun thing to do before we get up out of here. Let me see. If I can find it, it was here.
So while you're doing that,
Mhm.
Richard said it's Princess of the Row. Watch the trailer first, and it's free on YouTube. Okay, I'll
Princess
check it
of
out.
the Row. Okay.
I'll definitely check it out. We'll get that to you because Rich, I know if you recommend something, it got to be deep and good.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, so Richard, we got maybe we'll try to add something in because we got at this rate, this show has 21.
Yeah.
episodes. So next week we'll be going 7 through 10. So we still got another.
Three,
We
4 more
might need
weeks.
to, yeah, we might need to go like
Yeah, we
seven,
might. I'll try to
11.
see if I can
Yeah,
compact it a little bit more and do maybe about 5, 6 episodes all
yeah.
together. See how that rolls. So I wanted to do this rapid fire. I like rapid fire stuff. No
Okay.
explanations, just answers. One word. Describe Jonas.
Accepting.
Jonas. No explanations. Uh, manipulative.
Okay.
Okay, Joyce.
Fragile.
What's my one word for Joyce? See, I didn't do these first when I went through 'em.
Oh, okay.
Um, mm, what's one word for unwilling to let go? Stubborn,
That yeah, or denial.
denial,
Okay.
stubborn. What about Matipa?
Are we going off just these first episodes?
We can, yeah.
God. So I gave Jonas accepting. I gave Joyce fragile. Matipa. God. She's a hard one because I know her whole character. 1 through 6. Damaged.
I'm gonna ask you why, but there's no explanation. We'll talk about that in the back. I would say she's still an opportunist. Jen said evolving for who?
Evolving for which one? She's probably talking about Matipa.
hmm Who frustrated you the most?
Oh, Joyce.
Me too. Me too, Joyce.
What would you give the kids though? What would you give me? You gotta give. We gotta. You gotta think about it. Now we gotta be talking about next week. We gotta be talking about all 5 every time
Yeah, the
because they
kids.
all. You're gonna have to talk about 6 really, but all of them. Well,
Yeah,
7.
yeah, yeah.
7. You about to
7.
die when they was at the table at the picnic and the.
Where is the young baby at? I haven't seen the baby again. Is that gonna come up later on?
Yes, you will. You will see.
God, dog, I got to. Okay. Um, the kids,
The
just
son.
all
The
together,
son. Yeah.
or we're gonna do the daughter
We
and the.
we could put them together right now together. I would just the word I would say is confused.
Unforgiving.
Mm.
What about the other kids on the other side?
How you know? You must read something too early.
No, I'm talking about Gesture's kids with Essie,
Ah.
because they
I can't give you that now. Keep watching.
keep watching it. Okay.
You should have picked up on it in episode 6, but you probably
Oh
didn't. So
yeah, yeah. I got a little bit. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Who surprised you the most in this whole from 1 through 6? Which one surprised you the most?
It'll be Jonas.
Okay. No explanation. I would say Joyce did, because I honestly thought that she would leave and not continue, especially.
Joyce, if you start to watch her, like if you watch her in live after Matipa leaves the house and her mom catches her taking that medication in the kitchen,
Mhm.
and you hear her on the phone display one thing, and then she's pretty much falling apart behind the scenes.
Mhm.
She to me puts on a face.
Mm.
She said, "This isn't rapid."
Sorry, Jen. Sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
Who would you trust?
Who would I who?
Who would you trust?
Did you just not get the definition? None of them.
Hey,
No,
it's
if I had to choose someone, I'll say the daughter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That would be my answer too. Who wouldn't you trust?
Joyce.
Mhm.
Joyce on my boo list.
I would say Matiba, because she seemed like she might have some ulterior motives. Do you think this family can recover based off episodes 1 through 6? No. You're not a
We watch those rap episodes.
Jen. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You're a male, so I don't know. Would you stay? No, me neither. Me neither. Me neither. Yeah. So okay, this has been a great show. You got any final thoughts or anything?
No, I would just tell people to watch the show if you haven't. If you're watching this on a rewatch, this is spoiler alert for the Polygamist. We have gone from episode 1 through 6 so far. So catch the rewatch of episode 1, and this is episode 2. Make sure you tune in. This is a great production put on by Conversations with Soft Rain. That is the channel you are tuning from. So make sure you hit that like button, get her into the algorithm. And we'll get more and more. This is going to get more and more. It's not going to stop with just this. Rigid just gave us a show as well, so we definitely a movie. We're going to definitely tune into that and bring that to you guys. But tune in, and just remember, whatever road you choose, you must tackle the obstacles in front of you
and live with what you accept.
Yep.
So today we broke down episodes 4 through 6 of The Polygamist over on Netflix. We watched it, we broke it down, and we gave you our perspective. This has been, thank you, Jan. This has been Playback and Perspective. Make sure before you go, check out our last episode where we went over 1 through 3. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss a show. And yeah, if you're catching this on a rewatch, make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section. We talk back. So until next time, y'all, for Rain and Souls, good night.
Lights down, press play, let the story unfold. Every scene got a lesson, every secret gets told. Love on the screen, truth in the room. Different perspectives, now watch it bloom. Playback perspectives, see it different, that's the message. One rewind can change the question. One new view can change the ending. Playback perspectives. No script, no filter, just reflection. Your favorite moments hit different when you see them through our lenses. Yeah. Rain brings grace with a mother's eyes, reading every move behind every disguise. Souls walks in with a soldier's mind. Looking for the patterns everybody leaves behind. One sees healing, one sees choice. Different roles, but a common voice. From heartbreaks, weddings, twists, and tears. We're calling what we see, no fear. Pause that saying, did you catch that clue? Was it love or a different truth? Everybody watching, everybody got a side. But we're yeah. Lights down, press play, let the story unfold. Every scene got a lesson, every secret gets told. Love on the screen, truth in the room, different perspectives. Now watch it bloom.